Welcome to Face Off. Rob Cunningham, Vin Anton, Kevin Kunzman.
We're here.
Those guys lost.
Dude, what are you laughing at? These polls.
You won?
Those guys lost to the Washington Redskins. Guys, it seems like we're talking about the Giants every week now. I wonder why.
Oh,
Anyway,
don't.
Did the Giants shoot themselves in the foot last night? Because now they're only a game ahead of both the Cowboys and the Redskins with 4 to play.
They undoubtedly and clearly, and like Stephen A. Smith says, they clearly shot themselves in the foot last night. They clearly did. Sorry, Jay Farrell. They totally shot themselves in the foot. Okay, people want to say that the Redskins kicked the Giants' butt. Well, the Redskins' offense kicked the Giants' defense butt. But you know what, though? Honestly, if you look at the game at the line of scrimmage and just the game as a whole, the Giants beat the Redskins up and down the field. They had that one fluky, stupid, ridiculous touchdown that ESPN wants to say, RG3 had the wherewithal to throw the ball. I mean, shut up! Wherewithal, my you-know-what? Wherewithal to fumble when his butt was an inch off the ground? Stop it! Stop it! They totally shot themselves in the foot last night because they got New Orleans coming up. They're 0-4 against Drew Brees. One of those games being at home in December on Christmas Eve. So trust me, he can beat them in the cold. And that score was 31-7. Mm-hmm. People don't forget, they totally did. Because now the Redskins are hot. Who knows? But again, the Redskins played a crappy game. Giants should have won. Eli was on target last night so well. That pass to Martellus Bennett, he had 2 or 3 passes where even Mike Tirico, the most neutral broadcaster in football, even went, wow. Like, he was amazing last night. They were going deep early on in the game. Guys were wide open. Keep doing it. I know you want to run the ball to keep RG3 off the field. I get it. But there comes a time where you got and then the fact,
you got to admit that it's a shootout.
How pissed were you on in the fourth quarter with under 5 minutes to go, they're running draws back to back.
Yeah, I know.
And they're backed up on their 9-yard line.
I don't think I could possibly hate a offensive coordinator that has won me 2 Super Bowls as much as I would hate Kevin
it's
Gilbert.
Amazing how much he's hated.
It's incredible. Yeah, and the thing was, I wasn't as concerned about last night's loss as I was about, say, the Steelers' loss, as games earlier in the season, like later in the season. I wasn't as concerned last night when we lost because we actually looked good. Besides that, it felt like the pieces were there for us to win, whereas the other games, we were all over the place. So I feel like we're kind of back to where we're supposed to be. That was a must-win for the Redskins. Everyone was saying it was a must-win for us, but in reality, it's not as scary as it was a few weeks back.
They certainly made it a lot tougher because a win would have put them 2 up with 4 to go. They would have swept the Redskins, so they didn't tie against them. They split with Dallas. But now they're only a game up with 4 left. Anything can happen the rest of the way. And we talked about the Giants' schedule before.
One thing you failed to mention, though, was that they had Giant fans, and you know what? I get it. We're never going to be a team that has a nice 12-4 record, 13-3, a first-round bye.
No, that's
that's not. They don't do it that way. Giant fans have to understand that doesn't happen. But I don't know about you. I was thinking second seed because they got the tiebreaker over Frisco, and they got the tiebreaker over Green Bay.
We're looking that good. We're looking just as good as Chicago.
For once, they perfectly set it up, and they blew it because that stupid offensive coordinator just doesn't understand. Stick to the game plan. It's worked for 6 years, and the same quarterback who's won you 2 Super Bowls. Like, what are you doing? God!
Disgruntled fans on Face Off. Rookie quarterbacks.
No.
Yes.
Who made this?
Andrew Luck, possibly leading the Colts back to the playoffs. And RG3, he's got the Redskins hot right now. He's had a couple spectacular games this year. Guys, why are rookie quarterbacks doing so well? I think it's because nobody's seen them. You can watch all the film you want from college. College is a completely different animal than the NFL. The systems are different. The talent level that's surrounding you is different. The team's talent levels surrounding you are different. So it takes a while to get used to seeing these guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's especially with the mobile quarterbacks, as you can see with RG3, you saw with Cam, saw with Vic in his rookie season. Cam.
What's happening to Cam Newton now?
Everyone says the sophomore slump. That's everyone catching on to you. That's everyone realizing your gimmick. So, yes, of course we're going to put RG3 at that pedestal he's on right now, and he is playing lights out right now. He's playing incredible football. I hate him, but still, you got to respect that. But to some extent, you can catch up to that. And that it's just the fact of getting to know them, understanding them, because I don't know.
Yeah, usually these guys who bring it, like Rob said, their rookie year, they all fall apart. And these gimmick offense, like you said, they don't work. And I don't hate RG3. By the way, for the record, I've never been so upset for so long over a Giants loss. I am so disgusted. You have no idea. Real quick, a stat that I wanted to bring up from the Giant game. They had 2 total drives of 24 plays total, 12 and a half minutes, and they got 3 points out of it. Just wanted to throw that stat in there. But anyway, I forgot to put it out there. I wanted to put it out there. But anyway, yeah, they're probably going to be figured out. But honestly, out of the 3 of them, I see Luck being the best because he's the normal prototypical quarterback. He's built to last. But I think they're doing so because maybe they're either A, that good, or B, in high school and in college, the football is so advanced now. Like they learn all these crazy terminologies. They learn how to audible in like high school, all this stuff.
Absolutely.
I think they're just better prepared than guys were in the past.
It's different from any other league, really, where there's the jump. As long as you're playing at that certain level of talent, like top-notch college teams, you're going to see the same talent that you would likely see in this one, and same intellect,
Right. So on that note, who do you like, RG3 or Andrew Luck? I do not envy anyone who has to pick Rookie
kidding.
of the Year for this year.
Do I want cookies or brownies?
Yeah.
But really, if I'm saying long-term, I'm saying Luck. Obviously, I really like what I see out of him leadership-wise. He has a young core around him that he's making look incredibly good, like Corey Fleener, T.Y. Hilton, all those guys over there. He even reinvigorated Reggie Wayne. RG3 right now, RG3 is going to get the attention. He's probably going to get Rookie of the Year because he's at top of the leaderboards for so many statistical categories. He turned around an entire horrible franchise. But really, if I'm making a team for the next 10 years, I want Andrew Luck over him.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking Andrew Luck. I don't want I don't want to take anything away from RG3. I know I'm a Giant fan. Everyone thinks I'm on my anti-Redskins rant. I'm really not. I think, honestly, I don't know RG3, but I think you guys can agree he comes off like a really nice guy. He's probably a great person. And I want Andrew Luck because I want that prototypical quarterback. These gimmick offenses, these run quarterbacks. You know this as an Eagle fan. It's happening to Cam Newton, obviously. Like we've repeated twice now. It doesn't that doesn't win you Super Bowls. And here I just want to say that RG3's passer rating is an anomaly. Okay, last night was the 7th time he's completed under 20 passes. So I'm tired of saying that he's that good of a passer. Most passes he's completed in a game this year is 26. The next highest is 21, and he's only accurate deep. This is the first time I watched a Redskins game through, except for the game against Dallas last week. The reason why his receivers drop passes is because he cannot throw a 10-yard pass. Did you notice that last night? He was off target with some wide open receivers.
Oh, Donovan McNabb. Okay.
No, that's unfair. Stop it. Who would you rather?
I'm a big RG3 fan. I enjoy watching him, but you're right. It's Andrew Luck because RG3 is a great athlete. He can be a very good quarterback, but he has those types of quarterbacks just don't succeed long term in this league. They're good for a couple years. They're exciting. They can help a team for a few years, help them win. But you're right. I don't think those type of quarterbacks win you Super Bowls. You need a game manager. You need a pocket passer, in my opinion, and Andrew Luck has done that.
Well, last question. I'm not going to answer the question because I don't know. But quickly from both of you, you think RG3 can break that mold? You think he can be the guy that lasts? Do you think there's any chance, or you're seriously just like whatever?
I think he could be.
Last year, I would have said Cam could have been that guy. Like Vic's rookie year, I would have said he could be that guy. There's always that new guy that transitions the game.
Vic didn't throw at all.
Yeah, I know. Well, everyone knew he was kind of a bit of a one-trick pony coming in, but everyone thought he could develop into that. And we're kind of saying that with RG3. You're saying that his throwing motion's a little off. He's not as accurate as you would hope for a franchise quarterback, but he's still going to make those phenomenal plays. He's a phenomenal athlete. He seems to be a great mind. He seems to be a great leader for this team that needs one bad.
They love him.
Everyone drank the Kool-Aid in Washington. They're head over heels with him, and I don't blame them. He seems like a great. So right now he would have the best chance. I would agree to that, but you really think about it, and it's just a really strange pattern. Yeah, where it's just.
And moving on to the somber story, we've all heard about the tragedy out of Kansas City with Jovan Belcher, and you said it is reported that he did have head issues.
Some kind of concussion issue, yeah.
So what's next for the NFL, do you think, here? I honestly don't know. How do they recover from this?
Well, more details has been coming out about this, and this was a passion or crime, a crime of passion, however you want to do it. I think that's how they say it. Apparently, this guy was so demented that after he killed his girlfriend, he actually kissed her. Did you know that? That's right. And then he turned to his mother and said, "I can't believe I just did that." Then he goes to Pioli and Cornell. What Romeo Cornell is going through right now, and I'm not taking anything away from the family, how they got to coach a football game and play a football game, and then like Jamal Charles, who was emotionally involved with it because he knew the woman or whatever it was. How he ran for over 100 yards.
He was related to her somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's bizarre. And what's coming out, though, see, apparently throughout high school and college, he was this good kid. He was a good student. He was a Rocky type of guy. He was undrafted. He went to a small school. But now there's been reports that, as of late, other than the problems with his now deceased girlfriend, he was a drug addict, he was a drunk, and he was bipolar. So we'll never know what was going on inside his head. And he also blew his brains out, so you can't really study his brain anymore. But they brought this up on The Fan the other day, and I'm thinking, if they're going to really be strict about this, I mean, are they really going to one day just drop the sport of football? I mean, I don't see it happening, but because money. But I mean, what else is there to do? It's not working.
It's just concerning that you said, he had drinking problems, drug problems, bipolar disorder, and I'm afraid that, they're going to make that correlation to the concussion issues too quickly. I feel like they're going to make that jump to that's where it's from. And I'm not saying that for the protection of football. I'm saying that for the reality of the issue, for people that actually have these problems going on. You can't just put it onto something like that. It was too quickly pigeonholed. The second I heard the story, that's the first thing I thought.
Oh, me too.
I was like, what was wrong? I thought he was older, had head issues, concussions. I thought all that immediately, but honestly, you can't make that jump yet. You need to figure out what's wrong with a person before that. The fact that it's with the football, it's very conflicting, but I think you just need to just hold on first, grieve, and then figure out what was wrong with this person.
Do you think the players are going to take advantage of this? Because they've been fighting for this, some kind of healthcare kind of thing for years. And you know what, Rob? As much as I love football and I love the players, I'm not siding with them on this whole thing. They get treated better than veterans do. You realize that with their health care and their benefits, they're fine. Spend your money wisely. If they're going to take advantage of this horrible tragedy and this horrible situation to get what they want, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I mean, you know what you're playing. You knew the risk.
You know it. Do you think there's ever going to? I mean, seriously, being a fan of hockey and that's a violent sport, that'll never go away. I get that. But you think there's really, deep in your heart, there's going to be a day where they can't play football the same way anymore, or they'll just do away with it?
They're not going to do away with it. No.
What about when a kid dies playing it, or a college, a person literally dies on the field? Because it looks
happens.
like we're getting that way.
It happens. You can't prevent it. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen often, but it's going to happen. You're going to have those cases. So that's where we're going to end on this subject, and we're going to head off to a break here on Face Off and come back with more after this.